everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about all the books that I read in January. I have four of the physical copies, and the fifth one is or was an audible. So yeah, I read a total of five books in the month of January. A good start, especially because I was in a reading slump since like November, and I was just pushing to reach my goal last year and just to read more, like to keep reading. But yeah, this month, or I should say January, I actually read more than more than I was expecting. I honestly just I need to work on DNFing books, but I'm trying to pick books that I won't DNF because I hate DNFing a book, especially if I bought the physical copy. But yeah, I'm working on that. But yeah, so let's get into the books that I read this month, starting off with the audiobook. So last fall, I read Divine Rivals. So I finally finished the second book in the duology, Ruthless Vows, and I just slowly listened to it over the course of the month. Yeah, I think I rated it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I rated like 3 stars. I think I rated 3 stars, and the first one I rated 4 stars. I don't know. It just kind of lost me. Like the first one, I was maybe more in the mood for it, and I enjoyed it, especially on audio. I like the voice actors and everything. So I was like, okay, we can let go some of the parts of the book of it being like not making sense, like the fantasy element of it. Um, I don't know, it was just kind of weird to me. So anyway, the second book, obviously, you're expecting it to finish telling you more about the world and everything, give you more information. It does that, but also like I don't know, the fantasy element with the war between the gods is just like whatever to me. Like I don't care. I really don't care, and it felt very dragged out. It felt very dragged out, and the characters just make a lot of decisions that I just don't think make sense in wartime. I That might be a theme of this this video. I don't understand people that do certain things when it's literal war. But yeah, it was fine. It wasn't anything too like crazy, not that exciting. I was just like, it's whatever to me. I finished the series. It's nice to have a series finished. I need more duologies because like I think I've said in previous videos, I can't these long series really just take it out of me. Okay. I want a short 3 book, even 2 book series. I'm good. I 8 books, 6 books, it's a bit much for me. But anyway, that is the first book that I read in the month of January or throughout the month of January. Actually, the first book that I finished in January was King of Wrath. I started it like 2 days before the end of the year, and I was like, I don't feel like reading, so I didn't read the rest of the time. But I was like, let me finish this. So I finished this like the first weekend of January, and yeah, I don't know. I love a good just silly romance. This is very typical billionaire romance, and it was fine. Like I enjoyed my time. I think I gave it 3.5. Like it was a fine little read. It's Some of these romances be a little bit long to me when it's just like a very straightforward kind of story. So this one being like arranged marriage, grumpy sunshine type of vibes. I don't think it needed to be this long, but it was fine. Like I enjoyed it. So that was my technically my first read of the month. And then the rest of the month, I got into some fantasy books. So I'm into book clubs. One that I have myself that I just do a couple times a year, but the one that I'm in now with my job, we had our first book for first meeting, which is Fear the Flames, and I finished this one. I gave it 3 stars. I again, a lot of stuff didn't make sense to me in this book. It's not really about the dragons. It's more about the characters, which is fine, but the characters I didn't like. The characters I didn't really like. The main character, the male character, like he was okay. Like he was okay, I guess. But yeah, a lot of things just didn't make sense to me in this book. And I know it's the beginning of a series. It's also, I think, the first book of this author. Maybe I need to stop reading debut novels or books of debut authors. I don't know. something about it. It just, when I started reading this, I thought Game of Thrones. Like it was giving very much Game of Thrones. Nothing really original to me personally, and not enough to make me want to continue the series. Yeah, but the great thing is we were all on the same page in the book club. We're just like, this book wasn't that great. It wasn't. It was not. Um, yeah, no. Okay, I ended the month with finally starting Fourth Wing. I've heard so much about Fourth Wing, of course. It's so popular. I really didn't want to read it. Sometimes I just don't want to read popular books. I just don't want to. And something about Fourth Wing, I was like, no, no, thank you. But I kept being prodded by my friends, and I was like, fine. Especially after reading Fear the Flames Dragons, they were like, no, Fourth Wing is going to be way better, and they are correct. They are correct. I gave this 5 stars, my first 5 star of the year. Yeah, I ate this up. I didn't want to put it down. I don't know, like I love a good um I don't know, like a college setting. Like during college was war college, you know, training, I don't know, dragons. I actually never really read a lot of stories with dragons, so this was great. It made me love dragons a little bit more. I love the dragons in here. I like the main female character. I like the side characters. I love the main male character. The world itself was great. Yeah, I ate this up. I ate this up, I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, you guys, you're right, you're right. So I'm finally a Fourth Wing girly. So yeah, 5 stars for this. And then originally I was trying to read everything to be in time to read the third book on Onyx Storm that came out at the end of January. So I was trying to, but okay, guys, I read the last book I read in January is Iron Flame, and I just it stopped the flow for me. um, I gave this 4 stars. It's not a terrible. It's not. It's good. It's good. And I mean, the series as a whole, I feel like it's good, and it makes me want to keep reading to figure out what happens. I believe it's going to be a 5 book series. Um, yeah, I don't know what about this book is just it felt very tedious to get through, very wordy. the the main female character was starting to annoy me. Like you're in war, and the things that she was harping on just didn't make sense. Um, yeah, it was just. I think the main thing about this book was just it was very wordy and moved so slowly. And then the end there was more action, but it made me feel like you could have shortened this book because this is longer than the first book. I don't think it needed to be that long. You could have probably made about the same length as the first one, and the pacing maybe would have been helped with that. But yeah, it just wasn't as enjoyable to go through this one as the first one. Obviously I'm gonna keep going. I like the story and I want to know what happens. Still love the dragons. The dragons are the best. But yeah, I don't know. This one was just not as good, and it made me be like, you know what? Let me take a break. I can't go straight into like Storm. I need to take a pause on that. So I did not read the third one like I had planned to. And now that I hear that she also is like no timeline for the fourth book, yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna read the third one. It does leave on a cliffhanger, of course, series does, but I don't feel a sense of urgency to be like, what happens next? I don't know. Maybe next month I will feel like it. Not in February. I need a break, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. But still a solid read. 4 stars. I love the series overall. Like it's great. I can't believe I waited so long to read it, and now I love dragons. But yeah, those are all the books that I read in the month of January. And yeah, I have a lot of books that I'm reading in February, and I'm already like making headway on that. I'm loving that. So let me know what you guys read in January yourself in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.